Africa, like Equatorial Guinea, by going to France and flying to Malabo than to go directly from Nigeria, which is an hour's flight. As filmmakers, it is our responsibility to use the medium of creativity to begin to change the mindset of Africa, by Africa, for Africa. Nobody is going to tell our own stories the way that we can tell our own stories. Every year I come here and I repeat this to you because that is the whole essence of what the Africa Movie Academy Awards has endeavored to do, is to bring together the diverse communities of African filmmaking across the continent. And if there's one thing that with the support of the Bayelsa State government, we've been able to achieve over the last few years, is a more united African film community. Africa needs to look on the inside. The streets on those sides are no more paved with gold. The streets of Africa are now paved with diamonds. And so it becomes highly important that we begin to make our governments very responsible to the creative industries in totality. And if you look around the world today, what is making Africa proud is our creative industries. I want to call on our government and all African governments actually to make it easier for there to be co-production within the continent and not keep looking for co-productions outside of the continent. The co-production treaties should be signed by African governments to work together. We can teach people and other people can teach us. And that will help us to grow and grow and grow. We are now accepted at major film festivals across the world. That was hard work. But today, the hard work is beginning to pay off. And it will only continue to pay off if we all, as filmmakers and colleagues, continue to work as a team. I'd like to say thank you, especially to the governor of Bayelsa State, for bringing AMA back to where it started. We are always grateful to Bayelsa and to the former governor, DSP Alamesia, who saw the dream, stood by the dream, and continues to stand by us. I would also like to say thank you to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, for his continued support of the creative industries. And on a personal note, I'd like to also thank you to the Osigwe Anya Osigwe Foundation, who when it gets tougher and tougher to try to put the AMAs together, being an initiative of theirs, we always fall back to them. And this year we'll also like to thank especially Mr. Seyu Dantata for being the chairman of the Sponsors Night, and for once making sure, and I mean making sure, that corporate Nigeria supported this event in the way that it should. And I would like to say to Alhaji Shehu, it's not just the AMA. You need to continue to encourage the other corporates in Nigeria to support all the creative initiatives that are owned by Africans for Africans, by us, for us, and that's the only way it's going to work. Thank you and welcome to 2013.
One more.
Thank you, and please be all seated. Thank you. Be seated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Your Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Culture. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Africa, here represented by the High Commissioner of the Republic of South Africa. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Malawi, here ably represented. Let me recognize and appreciate the presence of the representative of His Excellency, the Governor of Rivers State, here ably represented by his Deputy Governor, His Excellency Tele Eku. Your Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, here represented by the Honorable Commissioner for Culture and Tourism. Her Excellency, my dear beautiful wife, thank you. Your Excellency, my reliable and able and dependable ally and partner in the new Bayelsa project, His Excellency, retired Rear Admiral John Jonah, who is still actively serving. Your Excellency, the first civilian governor of this great state, and who started this beautiful collaboration with AMA, His Excellency Chief DSP Alaneseya here today. Your Excellency, our leader, former military governor of Old River State and now a royal father, His Excellency King Alfred Papapriye Getestu. Members of the diplomatic corps who are here that I may have not specifically recognized. The representatives of AMA, and in particular let me appreciate the partnership that we have had with Ms. Peace Ayam Osigwe and members of our team. Let me specifically recognize those of you in whose honor we are gathered here tonight. The leading light and stars of our entertainment and movie industry here present, and you're all looking very beautiful and very radiant. On behalf of the government and the good people of this great state, I have the honor and privilege to welcome you all to this 9th edition of the Africa Movie Academy Awards, AMA, holding here in Yenagoa, Haven. We thank all former governors of Bayelsa for collaborating to sustain this partnership with AMA. Let me use this opportunity also to express our gratitude and appreciation to Mr. President, who, as you all know, is doing a wonderful job, for especially the initiative in making a trust fund available for the development of the movie and entertainment industry. Tonight, I'd like to announce the establishment of the Bayelsa Indigenous Movie Trust Fund with the donation, an initial donation of the sum of 250 million naira. This fund is dedicated for the use and development of our budding talents. And so I will make appointments of people from this state and from outside the state who will manage this fund, and it will not be government controlled. Now, there's no doubt that entertainment, and Nollywood in particular in this country, is a major employer of labor and a medium for cultural and, do I say, cross-cultural exchange, as well as a tool for branding our country, our state, and our continent. As you are all gathered here tonight, I enjoy
from the South African High Commissioner to Nigeria with a goodwill message from President Zuma of South Africa. Your Excellency, sir.
The Honorable Governor of Bayelsa State, the First Lady of Bayelsa State, Dr. Dixon, Honorable Ministers, members of the Assembly, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are really honored to form part of this important occasion, representing our President in Bayelsa State on the occasion of celebrating our movie stars and musicians. First, let us recognize the important role that Nigeria has played in making it possible for us to be able to talk to you tonight as a free people. We are actually moving Africa to a situation where we can say we are one people. In South Africa, for instance, during the past, the colonial state divided us, but when we all converged at the mines and then dancing together, singing together, we came to realize that we are one people. That is why when in 1912 the African National Congress was formed, its rallying cry was, "We are one people." Obviously, this being one, these few words, I want to say thank you very much, Governor Dixon. You are really a pioneer, a leader, and an example to be emulated. Thank you very much.
The Minister of Tourism and Culture, High Chief Adam Duke.
May I first and foremost thank His Excellency, the High Commissioner of South Africa, for his very warm sentiments, for his factual sentiments, for his recall of history, and for his placing the story of our two countries in the right perspective and the need for us as movie makers, as producers, and as artists in different categories and genres of creativity, ensure that every little detail of our stories as Africans are told through movies and films. It is important. All over the world, the challenge for us has been that the story of Africa is not being told accurately. It is therefore our responsibility as men and women endowed with creativity, endowed oftentimes with positive energies and eccentric creativity, to focus attention on the stories of Africa, on the epics and all the dramas that make Africa what it truly is. It is a matter of pleasant disposition for us to see that today, across the length and breadth of Africa, our movie stars are collaborating. Nigerian movie stars and Ghanaian movie stars are telling stories about Ghanaian incidences. South African movie stars and Kenyan movie stars are also telling stories across borders. There is therefore a better understanding of our cultures. And to have gathered here in the state of Bayelsa, a state of people whose culture and tradition stands out as the lasting heritages of a proud and heroic people, there is indeed great stories to be told. It is my hope that the nominees and the eventual winners tonight will see themselves as champions of the cultures that bring Africa together, as champions of our innate creativity that every African is endowed with. And may I especially commend the powerhouse of this initiative, a lady of immense energy and dynamism, who for 9 years has taken the gauntlet, faced the challenges, and has weathered the storm to ensure that this project, this program, becomes a milestone and a benchmark for creativity in Africa. I'd like, in a special sense, to commend His Excellency, the Governor of Bayelsa State, the Right Honorable Seriki Dixon, for the new vista of energy that he has brought in the administration of Bayelsa State. This, indeed, is a soldier in the transformation agenda, not just of Africa, in particular of Nigeria, but he is holding up the
2017 award for Best Screenplay, and the nominees are
Our 2017 award achieved in screenplay. Olusegun, Nigeria. Did I eat another? Voice Please, South Africa.
Good evening, Your Excellencies.